put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will get the ball first. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel, Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others. And they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about him. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did at high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game, running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
Off the play fake on first down. Got his man down for you. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start...
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Fast start for the offense. Points on the board already.
And the coaches talked to us this week of how important it was to getting out to a fast start. And that was the key to winning the game. The offense definitely took that message to heart.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Washington Huskies offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system.
Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. He's got 50 yards on the ground already. What a way to get this season started. Not much there on the line. He gets 1 to the 31. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got...
A shot for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. This crowd rising up, sensing that his defense needs some help. On 3rd going to have to throw for it. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires complete on the crosser. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Quickly complete. Shoots his way for more. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. To the air on 1st down. Connection to the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Now from inside the red zone. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Volunteers in the hurry up. Running back searching for a hole. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown ball! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Safe completion on the screen. Turning it on! A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's King. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on 1st down, open up the entire playbook.
And just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you've got these kind of big athletes.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He now has 63 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Might as well give it to him again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Here's the handoff. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Off the RPO, complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Washington. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Penn State is down, but don't rule out some late-game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest stud at linebacker, anything is possible. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Washington State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays.
Snags it inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got Bruce. Touchdown, Volunteer.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's caught downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. It's picked off and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
They'll go right back to the run. Picks up the first down. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Rides to back and leaves it. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Nestled just inside that right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far.
And the Volunteers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Huskies have him back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Fires to the middle. It's caught. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Vols moving quickly to the line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Back open in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. His drive will open from the 15. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, and a nice job understanding. They're trying to run a screen. They're trying to throw that over your head. They let you run up the field. You're not going to be able to get the sack, get your hands in the air, try to affect the quarterback, and a nice job getting my hands in the air and deflecting the football.
Wants to fire on second down. Got him downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers, what about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? And they'll they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. Getting set for the point after. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Vols want to move quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the offense back onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Gets it to him on the screen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Unleashes quickly on the slant. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Might be changing the route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Got it set up on the outside. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Back to pass on 2nd down. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference, defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
It's been hard enough to slow down these guys on this drive. Now the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. This time it's complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Punt is in the air. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. To the air on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Well, the window's right now.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback takes a knee, and they'll start this new season with a victory.